What's next for Richard Allen in the Delphi murder case with the allegations against him? We learned in the recent days what exactly Judge Gull said behind closed doors and chambers with the attorneys Rozzi and Baldwin when they were dismissed from the case, which they are still saying we'd like to represent our client pro bono. He has the right to do that. But now we know exactly what happened in chambers. Going on the air with us to talk about it, Jennifer Coffindaffer, retired FBI special agent. When you had a chance to review the 20-some page document from Judge Gull and the literal word-for-word account of what happened behind closed doors, what was your thoughts?
Concerning. It's exactly, I think, what we thought happened, and that was really a strong arm maneuver to say, listen, we're going to embarrass you in open court with quote unquote gross negligence and gross incompetence in this case.
Hmm.
And wow, those are huge words for these, litigators that are very distinguished really in Indiana. When they first were assigned, of course, all the slews and certainly me looked into them. And they had really impeccable records, Rossi and Baldwin, just in terms of not having complaints and really being strong, seen as strong litigators. And wow, to have this blemish, said in open court certainly concerned them. And you can see throughout reading this transcript how they just cower. And you can see that really the strong arm of this judge reaching out and saying, "You do this, or I'm going to do that." And it just looks so bad, Tony.
It just doesn't seem like that's how our justice system should work, where you have a judge literally towering over the defense of the client and saying, you do this or don't do this, and I'm going to say this about you publicly. I'm going to destroy your reputation in so many words. Uh, how common is this for judges to really strong arm attorneys in this sort of way?
Well, Tony, when this first came out, I tweeted about this and
Hmm.
I said, behind closed doors, this is what happened. And, I took a lot of backlash. Well, you weren't there and blah, blah, blah. But this happens,
Hmm.
not to this degree. Never seen somebody told, if you don't get off, I'm going to kick you off and embarrass you, which I'm paraphrasing, but
Hmm.
that was the message delivered, Tony. But certainly in chambers, judges can come down really hard. And it never made any sense that these Baldwin and Rossi would just say, "Oh, I'm off. I
Hmm.
think I'll leave," much to the quote unquote, and she said this on the stand, surprise,
Hmm.
like she was surprised. So the whole thing looks so bad for Judge Gold that she would do this without some sort of evidentiary hearing.
Hmm.
If this was your position, you should ask for a hearing and it should be conducted with the allegations toward the attorneys laid out and them given a chance to explain their actions for them to make their case. And then the judge should then make his decision or her decision. But for this to be done the way it was in close quarters, thank goodness there was a court reporter to get it on the record.
Without a doubt. I mean, what? I guess why would she do this way? Why not have the evidentiary hearing? I would think that that would cover all bases. Everybody's on the record. It's being done transparent in the way that it should. I would think it would be obvious at some point in time with the microscope on this case, as this would come back to bite her in the butt. But I don't know. Is this where ego is at play? And in a moment, she thought she was far more powerful than she was.
Well, I think that that is the case. These judges typically go pretty much unchecked. And what my question is, has this ever happened before?
Hmm.
Are we going to see anybody come forward and say, "Oh my gosh, this happened to me too"?
Yeah.
Um, so it'll be interesting to see. I think that we have only seen possibly the tip of the iceberg in terms of possibly other attorneys coming out with some similar type stories of these in chamber meetings.
Hey, it's Tony Brueski. If you want more of our interview with our guests, be sure to check out our podcast, Hitting Killers with Tony Brueski. Just search that wherever you download podcasts and press subscribe. Also, you can check out our YouTube channel for the full video version of the interviews as well, under the same name, Hidden Killers with Tony Brueski. Check it out, subscribe, binge, and enjoy. Thanks for watching.